Illuminate. Data is a type of knowledge that can be highly effective in making the case for change. In essence, it answers the questions that we've posed using indicators. If our indicator is the national poverty rate, data tells us if it's 15% or 50%. When it comes to analyzing how resources are distributed, crunching numbers can be especially valuable. Having something comparable, for example, among groups, between countries, or over time, helps uncover patterns and trends. These can debunk myths, uncover ideological assumptions, and reveal insights that might otherwise remain hidden. So this makes it a really useful way to help illuminate the problems in the economic system that we interrogated as a first step in decoding injustice. But this step also takes a critical approach to data, acknowledging its potential to conceal as well as to reveal. The 5 notes in this module help us walk through a range of methods for gathering, analyzing, contextualizing, and presenting data. The first note in the Illuminate module looks at drawing on secondary data, or data that already exists because it was collected by someone else or for some other purpose. The amount of secondary data is growing exponentially. So, there are both practical and political reasons for us to use it in our research. But it's important to remember that the way the data is created and interpreted is never neutral or apolitical. For this reason, this note offers some ways for us as activists to be able to critically read secondary data in order to make strategic use of it. The second note in the Illuminate module looks at primary data. Here we mean data that's collected for the specific task at hand, using methods tailored to the problem we're trying to illuminate. Collecting primary data is also one of the most in-depth ways of engaging the community or communities we're working with in the research process. In this note, we introduce data collection methods such as direct observations, interviews, focus groups, surveys, and scorecards. We also sketch out a rights-based approach to collecting data with these methods. There's a difference between data and evidence. To become evidence, data needs to be analyzed and interpreted. For our purposes, this means asking, what does the data tell us about the indicators we've identified for each of the dimensions in the OPERA framework? Sometimes, data can be read in 1 or 2 pages and interpreted quite easily. Other times, it's too large. This is particularly the case when working with budgetary data. Feeling confident in the ability to work with numbers is important. It can better equip us as activists to either analyze data ourselves or to collaborate with economists, statisticians, and others to undertake such an analysis. So, in the third note in the Illuminate module, we introduce you to basic skills for using spreadsheets to analyze data. In the fourth note in the Illuminate module, we introduce data visualization, which, as we found in our work, is a crucial tool to convey visual information in a clear, compelling, and easy to understand way. Data visualization doesn't need to be overly complex. People have represented information graphically for thousands of years. The concepts introduced in this note are relevant whether we're preparing basic graphs ourselves or collaborating with a professional designer or more advanced infographics. In the fifth and last note in the Illuminate module, we look at how to complement the data analysis done so far with more contextual analysis. Data helps in answering questions such as how much, how many, to what extent, where, or when. But there's often still more to dig into in order to better illuminate why an injustice is the way it is. Doing so is crucial in deciding what conclusions to draw from the research. Contextual analysis is particularly important for the fourth dimension of the OPERA framework, assessment. It enables us to get a more complete, bigger picture analysis of the broader factors that affect people's ability to enjoy their rights and the government's ability to fulfill its obligations. This is crucial for helping to understand the interconnections among the first 3 dimensions of OPERA: outcomes, policy efforts, and resources. This note outlines some tools and approaches for doing this type of contextual analysis. It also discusses how to draw together and present research findings in a way that can inspire action, including well-evidenced arguments about responsibility for the harms that people are facing.